back, man.
Same outfit, same you know
fit,
what I'm saying?
different pod.
I mean, wore this shit 3 days in a row.
Geeked Up Podcast.
Geeked
man.
Up.
It's your boy, man. Caviar Go, aka Keep the Peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? For all my nerds out there.
Facts.
And I'm with.
Yo, it's your boy Jack Jills, Geeked Up Podcast, aka the one and only best director in motherfucking California. You know
Okay.
what the vibe is.
Well, shit, bro. We back, man. Last of Us review. We missed a couple of episodes, but we gonna recap a couple
we
of them.
missed them, but we didn't.
Yeah, you know what
I
I'm
mean?
saying? But we here, though.
Yeah, facts.
You know, and a lot has changed for Ellie and Joel since we last recorded.
Facts.
You feel me?
Big facts.
After episode 1, man, let's just get into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Episode 2, we got Ellie and Tess. Oh, excuse me, Joel and Tess.
Yep, Joel and Tess, yeah.
Leading Ellie to her rendezvous with the Fireflies.
Facts.
But, unfortunately, along the road, Tess is bitten.
Yeah, and kissed.
Yeah. And we actually get to see the, what are they called? The ones that are blind.
The clickers.
Clickers, yeah. We get to see the clickers.
But they don't have a name until later on.
Yeah. We get to see the clickers, you know, and I ain't gonna lie. First off, what do you think about the clickers as a whole?
Clickers,
the first time you get to see it,
literally look fucking amazing.
They look crazy.
They look
amazing,
like the game.
bro.
I'm not gonna cap.
They look better than the game, bro.
Because I'm the PS3 version. You know what I mean? PS4 later, PS5 later. But yeah, I think they look amazing. They even you know what they remind me of? What's that movie called? Something Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah.
Like with the eye,
those monsters like that. They really do.
Pan's Labyrinth,
honestly,
you know what I'm saying? I actually enjoyed an episode.
Yeah, that scene was fucking intense. The clickers, and then Ellie gets bit again, but just confirming the fact that she isn't
going nowhere.
Getting affected. You feel me? Yeah. But from there, they missed the rendezvous because somehow the people that were supposed to pick up Ellie are infected and dead. They're all dead. You feel me? And the one aspect of the show that is different from the game on episode 2 is the fact that the clickers are the zombies, the infected are all connected. Yep. Kind of like roots to a plant.
For sure.
So,
step on the vine, 16 miles away, they know where you are.
I think it was Joel stepped on a hand, a dead person, or they shot a dead person or something, or somebody who came back to life. Showed up. And then all the zombies showed up. And
that's something that's not in the game.
Yeah.
Well, if it is, they didn't explain it.
And this is when Tess is revealed to be infected, and she basically decides to give her life as long as Joel promises to get Ellie to safety, because Tess is
sad.
Yeah, Tess is more focused on the civilization, humanity's continuation of survival. She done seen all the fucked up shit in the world.
She definitely has.
She's like, bro, let my life be worth something, because I can't live like this no more.
Yeah, facts.
And she's killed. You know what I'm saying?
Murked.
Yeah, she blows herself up in a sacrificial blaze of glory.
Yeah, all type of crazy stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
I really did enjoy that scene, because once again, that's not how the game was. You know, I think it wasn't infected. It was people that was after them. But that was definitely different. But that's why I like the show, because it is giving me different parts that I've never seen. Really, the lore, I guess you would say, and the notes that they're translating.
Yep.
Into the actual TV.
Yeah. So there's a couple little different offsets in that episode, but overall, it's leading to Tess's death, which we see in the game as well. You know what I'm saying? And that, before she dies, she tells Joel, take Ellie to Bill and Frank. You feel me? Leading,
which is into what?
Into the what I thought was the best episode until we got to episode 5.
I ain't gonna cap. See, for me,
the Brokeback Mountain of zombie movies.
No, I was about to say the Moonlight. Shout out to Black History Month. But
the Moonlight of zombies.
No, this is, man. Listen, I don't want to get offensive in this motherfucker, but yeah, man. Like, I was just like, it's HBO, and I'm pretty sure Caviar told me, like, man, you understand? There's no boundaries really. We're talking about the Game of Thrones. We're talking about these TV shows that are pushing boundaries on what TV is or what it's supposed to be. Now it's something totally different. And,
facts.
I think you see Joel and Ellie for a minute. For probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, you see Joel. You see Joel and Tess. You don't even see Joel and Ellie.
No, I'm talking about in the 3rd episode.
In the 3rd episode, you don't see them. You see Joel and Tess.
Is that what?
Yep. Oh, you do see them at the end. They get to the property.
But in the beginning, then you
strictly about
they got Bill. I mean Joel and Ellie. They go into a place, and I think if I'm not mistaken,
I'm gonna read the synopsis for episode 3.
All right, go ahead.
All right. After 4 years after the infection takes place, I believe, places are being evacuated. In 2007, Bill's way of life appears to have served him well. He looks much the same 4 years after the outbreak. His lonely existence changes forever when Frank, a survivor from the Baltimore quarantine zone, falls into a trap outside his perimeter.
Yep.
And that's the basis of episode 3. And I ain't gonna lie, when Bill, the beginning, it's like, oh, this is the nigga you want on your team. He was always prepared for this. Conspiracy theorist, survivalist. You know what I'm saying? He had everything he needed.
Yeah, facts.
And when Fedra went through and basically wiped everybody out from the neighborhood, he would just went underground and waited for them to leave. Did a terrible job. By the time shit hit the fan, he was the only nigga in that neighborhood.
The only person, bro. And I thought that was so like
that was dope, bro.
It was dope, but it was crazy because the synopsis said that he was lonely, but it's like he really wasn't though.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was happy.
He'd been waiting for this.
Yeah, he'd been waiting to be alone.
I think he even smiled when he walked out. Like he was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it was what he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
First place he goes, Home Depot. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then he sets up a whole a setup. You feel me? Around the whole town, which is a small rural area.
I'm talking about this man eating good, watching the little turn the TV on. I thought he got a channel. Like he got a channel.
Nah, that's why I was like, he got TV.
He got TiVo. That's why I'm only thinking like any recorded shows.
But he definitely had electricity. He was prepared for everything. He had electricity.
He got a generator. He got gas from the plant.
Yep, guns,
a bunch of stuff.
Food.
Man,
traps.
Crazy.
So he didn't have to really worry about zombies that much. You know what I'm saying? But one day,
this is why Bill's everybody's favorite character.
Yeah, this is the nigga you want to be with if it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Somewhere along the line, though, after one day, a survival falls into one of his traps. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, when I first seen that part, I'm like, this nigga's bad.
And guess who it is?
It's Frank.
Big Dick Frank.
From the game,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? In the game, we see, this is where the story differentiates already. In the game, we see Frank hung himself. He's already dead, and he left a note to Bill.
Joe gives him
proclaiming his hatred for Bill,
and Bill literally crumbles it up.
Yeah, he gets sad though. He's like, after all this time, this is what he thought of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Which hints at their gay relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't gonna cap. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was telling you
in the game.
But no, they never say it. They only hint at it.
Well, yeah, in the game, when the magazine thing showed up, I said, oh, wait, what?
But in the show, they completely fall into it. You know what I'm saying? But first off,
I wouldn't take Bill as a bottom.
Nah, Bill's a top for sure.
No, he's not. Because in the show, Frank was on top.
Nah, Bill's on top for sure. In the show, Bill's on top.
No, he's not. It's Frank. I swear to God.
Nah, because we gotta
Frank was in the bed.
We gotta break this down. We gotta break it down.
I'm telling you.
Look. He saves him. Yep. There's a little awkward tension between the two of them.
Facts.
But the tension is that it's sexual tension at the end of the day.
Well, who knew that?
But this is the thing.
I wouldn't expect
Bill, at this point, if we're considering being your first gay sexual experience as a virginity, he had never. He's virgin.
Bill?
Yeah, Bill was.
Fam, there's no way this is his first time.
Not for women. He said I've never been with a man before. That's why he was all nervous and shit after he got kissed.
Fam,
yeah,
Bill, he definitely walked into that kiss like, I've been waiting for this all day.
Nah, he had because he's been
under
the
piano. Yeah. Frank was like, "Oh, this is your move."
Yeah,
he started playing piano,
knew what it.
Shit.
So that whole scene, Frank is basically letting him know, like, bro, I know what you are. You don't gotta hide it. But Bill has hid it his whole life.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I didn't.
Think about a survivalist.
I was surprised by the kids.
Think about a survivalist and a conspiracy theorist. Probably a Trump supporter if that was real at that time, even though it was 07.
Shout out to my Republicans.
But I'm sure he wasn't like happy to come out as gay to his people.
Me personally, when I first watched the episode, after the episode,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying that. But the first time I watched the episode, not once did I think Bill was gay. I didn't think Frank was gay
until you realized they were gay.
I swear, I didn't see anything because they were just like regular people.
Okay.
But when I guess when he poured the champagne, he did kind of say something. Oh, you're rabbit and champagne.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
And then
you know what I'm saying? That kind of
and that scene also was fucking lit because to see Frank eat a good meal
Frank was like, yo,
nigga, this shit different. Like,
I'm fucking him tonight.
Yeah.
After this one, bro, I swear. Frank was like, oh, it's
throwback season.
Give me that.
Oh god. But
Thanks.
yeah, so they end up this the whole story is there. You think, okay, something bad's gonna happen, but throughout the
that's what I was
show,
thinking. Yeah, for sure.
we get to see them actually build a successful relationship in the apocalypse over 20 years of a successful relationship.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That kind of threw me for a loop too.
And there's a couple keynotes about, you know, that they talk about that I want to point out. So there's one scene where Frank is like, I want to get out. I want to go dancing.
Yeah, he was like, I know. He said, I want to paint the house.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, we got everything we need here, everything for survival. He's like, well, that's your view.
Yeah.
But what about what I want to do? Make me happy.
Yeah,
there was
facts.
a phrase that he said that was.
They were definitely a
pretty
double.
dope.
They were definitely like having a clash, and that is what you would have expected their relationship to have ended like in the game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The clash, but they get past it in the show.
Yeah, Bill was so understanding.
And then they throw you for a loop-de-loop. This is why I say, because there's the strawberry scene.
The strawberry scene was hilarious.
That's some romantic ass shit.
That was hilarious.
For your nigga to really just like, nigga, there's no plants anywhere for your nigga to plant a strawberry seed. That's fire, nigga. Facts.
Because they did have like
meet up with Joel and Ellie.
Tess.
Joel and Tess. Joel and Tess. Yeah.
They have a little dinner, and it's funny because they just showed Tess at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then they switch over and it's like, oh shit, Joel's there. What the fuck?
And then Bill's there.
Like,
Joel and Bill play the same role pretty much.
Yeah,
you know
that makes sense. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. That's dope. I like that.
But so from there, you know, they eat the Frank surprises Bill with these strawberries that you're never gonna get because the world is fucking over. You know what I'm saying?
I think they both shared a tear.
And they've been at this point. They've been in a relationship at least 10 years. Yep. They're getting older.
They've been going
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And this is where I say the loop-de-loop comes in because Bill even says, like, I'm sorry, I'm getting older faster than you. Mm-hmm. Right? Yep. So you think, shit, Bill's about to hit the hay. But then it fast forwards another 10 years, and who's the one who's really going through it?
Frank had some type of sickness. Or
something. Like a sickle cell or something along those lines.
And he was like, yo, I wish I can. We got doctors. He's like, yo, before this all happened, there was no doctors that can cure this. So
so what you think now?
Like, come on, fam.
So and then you see Frank in front of a painting that he's painting, and his hands are shaking, and within that moment, you see his decision of like, this is gonna be my last day on Earth. Like,
definitely,
I got everything I need. I'm happy, and he allots that position to Bill and tells him like, I'm gonna take these pills. Yep, you're gonna take me to bed.
Yep,
and we're gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep, and you're gonna live without me, right? It's like, fuck. For the person you love, man, you know what I'm saying? What do? You gotta say yes.
That's how I want to go. I want to do like this.
Yep. And he's like, you gotta give me this one thing. And
he
respected it. So they at the dinner table.
That nigga said, what he say? He said, you know, on my own, I've never been afraid.
Yeah, facts.
Until you showed up.
Until you.
I said, damn.
Damn, bro. Love.
Girl, I never told me no shit like that. I must not really be in love. Jesus.
And then
dropping bars on him.
Oh, for sure. And then at the table where Frank takes his last drink of that wine, that special wine that they had on their first date. He made the first meal that they had on their first date.
I was like, yo, this man Bill is a fucking man.
He's a smooth operator.
Facts.
Oh God. But you know,
I thought he was gonna smash under strawberries, but go ahead.
But Bill, they do. They damn near do. He's like, hold on,
strawberries.
Not on strawberries. Let's get back to the room. But Bill, that was a great scene. Bill, he decides to take matters into his own hand as well and drinks the bottle that is full of the same, you know, pills that are gonna make him overdose as well.
Yeah.
And he has his whole monologue where he's saying like, bro, you're the reason why I lived. And now that I have no reason to live, I can happily die with you. You know what I'm saying?
More bars. Both of these, man. I ain't gonna cap, bro. Like, I watched Brokeback Mountain. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God!
Shout out Heath Ledger.
I know. I watched Brokeback Mountain, and it wasn't as romantic as this. I think it was like an hour and 23 minutes. It was never this romantic. Mm-hmm. So shout out to the writers on that. But that Bill and Frank. That was crazy.
Nah, facts.
Them killing themselves.
It was wild.
I thought that was, me personally, because I think even Bill was like, I don't know if I could do it. Because I can't. Because like, he's a survivalist.
Yeah, facts.
So for him to trade in that and to do it with Frank I think it was like one of the most dopest things that a person can ever do for another
selfless.
person.
He definitely, you could tell that he was like, man, I've done everything I needed to do. Like I'm happy, I'm good.
Like they even
You know
had
what I'm saying?
Bill like pushing the wheelchair. Frank sitting in the wheelchair just watching, Bill sleep, and he was like, "Hey man, don't do that. Your feet gonna turn blue. It's gonna be older." It's just like that type of stuff. That shit just makes you feel like
they really was rocking for each other type shit. You know what I'm saying?
maybe I haven't found my soulmate.
Yeah,
Might be a Frank out there.
Nah, bro, that's
Shout out to a nigga
crazy.
named Frank,
That's
though.
crazy.
Name ain't Frank.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah,
But,
I like that episode though. It was a dope episode.
And then it ends with Ellie and Joel, getting to Bill and Frank a little too late. They're probably a couple weeks too late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They died. You know what I'm saying? And they leave a note for Joel, like, don't go in the room. You know what I'm saying? Both of our bodies are in there and probably
Facts.
stink by now.
You don't wanna
But
see
you
it.
can have everything you want. Guns.
got it
This is the
all.
first time you can see Joel and Ellie. They get to take showers.
Yep.
Get to eat a
Hot
good
water.
meal. You
All
know what
the
I'm
guns
saying?
in the back.
All the guns, they strapped up, ready to go. You feel me? And then they head off, and then that leads us into episode 4, which is more of a filler episode.
Not for me.
For me, episode 4 was a filler, but there are some key points to episode 4 too. But episode 5 is where shit hits the fan.
Facts.
And I feel like episode 4 and 5 are both connected. They're connected.
They do feel like a blur.
Done by
like
the
that.
same director.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
But episode 4, we're first.
Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Say what
Well,
you gonna say.
episode 4 for me was more like it's a bridge.
Yeah.
It was a bridge into Ellie and Joel's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He finally laughs at her jokes. Because remember she had the pun book or whatever,
Yeah.
pun intended or whatever the book, and she was saying them or whatever. I think I even kind of laughed. What she say? No, I think Joel knew what he was like a scarecrow won an Oscar or something like that, or something like that, and he stands out in every field or
Yeah,
something like that.
facts.
Like I thought it was so dope. Like y'all, that's funny.
That's
like,
real Ellie though. Like,
He's like, yo, did you read that? Did you read? Like, no. Like, I just, I'm Joel. Come on, fam.
facts. So
But it was a bridge though for me, like to make the relationship private.
closer. That's what it was about. Episode 4 was about building their relationship.
Holding-
You know what I'm saying?
Teach you how to, she has the gun in the bathroom. She
Yeah.
obviously has the gun she stole. I
Yep,
mean, she stole it. Just like in the game, she stole a few things from Bill in the game. The only thing that disappointed me about episode 3 and 4 is that because they changed the story, you don't really get to see Bill be Bill.
Interact with
You know what I'm saying with Joel? Like that was like the dopest thing.
except for
ever.
one scene on episode 3. But
yeah.
episode-
But episode 4 it definitely is I agree, it's a filler. but
it's for relationship.
I feel
building.
like it's a bridge for the next relationship.
Yeah,
you know?
and we're started off with Ellie and Joel on the road. You know what I'm saying? They talking about shit, and Joel is becoming a little that facade is starting to crack a little bit. He's starting to get warmed up to Ellie. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And then
for
by
sure.
episode 4 as well, they're attacked by people, not zombies.
And that's
people.
why I don't think it's a filler, because that right there,
That's where it begins.
woo, because you in Bill's car, so you just
Yeah.
riding, you got hella shit in the trunk, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
and you just riding. Guy comes out, help me please. Put your seatbelt on.
Yeah,
Ellie.
she's like, we're not gonna help him. He's like, no.
He's not hurt.
Yeah, facts.
I was like,
Yep.
yeah, baby, let's go. Like, that's my like for the game for me. I was like, ooh, that's dope. Like, cause Joel's been around the block more than a few times.
Yeah.
Not his first rodeo. You know what I'm saying? Type of
Facts.
shit. And I don't know if you got nothing to add, but I got hella shit to say.
No,
But,
because episode 4, let me give a synopsis. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
So after that happens, Joel and Ellie, they have to take off on foot. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of their bonding gets built. There's a specific scene where Joel is in the woods with Ellie, and he tells her like, we're safe here.
Facts.
They start to fall asleep. Ellie wakes up a little bit and says, "So, are you sure we're safe?" Joel is like, "Yeah, we're safe." He turns away, looks at his gun. And then in the next scene, he looks at the rifle,
Facts.
and they don't really necessarily explain it, but they do show you in the next scene he stayed up the whole night guarding the area, which lets you know, okay, he's starting to feel for Ellie. You know what I'm saying? And he also laughs at one of her jokes, like you said. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Finally cracked
Without-
the
yeah,
smile
that was a
through the
that was a
whole
thing.
episode. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then we're also introduced to Kathleen.
Kathleen.
One of the more intriguing characters to me because she's not really a part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
She's not, and we was just talking about that.
Yeah. But it would make you think she is because she's so tied into the characters we meet in episode 5.
Well, technically in episode 4, the reason you don't see Kathleen because it's just the people around.
Yeah.
It's just like when they crashed the car after that shit, And then Ellie finally, you see as the first time Ellie shoots the guy.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's not my first time. And Joe was like, this is how you hold a gun and whatnot. You know what I mean? But that part right there, I think is very pivotal. What I think the viewer might see as, oh shit, everybody is Joel and Ellie at some point.
Yeah.
Everybody's out for their own because it's like, yo, like my nigga, like he was like, yo, don't shoot me, my mom. If you're gonna kill me, can you tell my mom? You know what I mean? That was like, damn, I'm gonna kill you because you killed my friend.
Yeah, yep.
And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Last of Us 2. That's when you start thinking like,
start to stand.
maybe Ellie and Joel are like some serial killer type people. Like, but you can't get mad like because I want to go solo. Like I don't want to be part of your group.
But it's crazy because in that moment you're talking about where Joel, the dude, like he couldn't feel his spine. He attacked Joel and Ellie stabbed him. Right.
Savage.
He couldn't feel his spine, and Joel like tells Ellie to go in the other room.
That's
showing their relationship is a toxic nature in their relationship.
That's when it switches. Because when when he told her to teach her how to hold the gun, he tried to grab it for her and it wasn't budge. And that's when she was like, okay, that's
now
dope.
I'm learning this shit. Yeah,
all right, bet. But that's like that's
tie in with violence to their relationship. Exactly. That's very strong.
Violent, very
Kathleen,
violent.
We find out she's looking in episode 4. We don't really know her motive, but we know she is a wrecking ball, and she is ready to. You know what I'm saying? We see the scene where she's actually talking to the person who delivered her.
Yeah.
The doctor who delivered her.
Man.
And is trying to find Sam. No, Henry. She's like, where's Henry?
Where's Henry at?
And we all know from the game who Henry and Sam are. You know what I'm saying? And she kills the doctor that delivered her, but probably like a father figure in some way.
Which is crazy.
But we don't know her motive yet.
But that part right there when she shot him after I delivered you, I said, wait, like a baby?
Yeah. I
was like, oh, if that's the case, then she is batshit crazy. Yeah. She's a lady from the mist. Yeah, that was like, I'm gonna by the hand of God. Like, you know what I mean? Like she has a
different type of conviction for what she's doing.
But everybody's following her.
Yep. And she's the leader of these group of rebels.
But that's why I feel like episode 4 would be kind of like a filler, but I feel like it was definitely a bridge. And I think fillers are bridges in it. Yep. But yeah. Episode 4 I thought it was super dope. I thought it was I thought it was dope as fuck.
But from there we're introduced to episode 5. The to me, the most pivotal episode so far. The most pivotal episode so far, and also my favorite. I thought the Bill and Frank episode was gonna be my favorite, but this shit hit different. You know what I'm saying? So we're introducing to Henry and Sam, 2 black boys. You know what I'm saying? Brothers. One older, one young. One 8, one like 20, 21.
I dropped 2 tears for that one.
Yeah, man. They in Kansas City, and they happen to we gotta tell their full story first.
Killer City. Get it right.
Yeah, Killer City.
Get it right.
But we're introduced to him, and we find out that these are the people that Kathleen is looking for. And why is she looking for them? Because her brother was ratted on by Henry. You know what I'm saying?
He's like
a traitor.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, he's I'm a collaborator.
Yeah, fact.
And Joe's like, you're a fucking rat.
Yeah, but Joe also understands his reasoning for why he did that. But in the beginning of the episode, Henry's on the run. He's leaving the city, and he gets help from somebody. We don't really know who this person is who's helping him, but him and his little brother Sam, who's also deaf.
Yep.
They're staying in an attic. You know what I'm saying?
Different from the game.
For at least a week. You know what I'm saying? This is why I like the show, because they're giving us the story to Henry and Sam before we ever met them in the game.
In a different way.
You know what I mean? Like the things they actually went through before we met them in the game. And they're in hiding for about 7 days, and the person who is their caretaker, he's supposed to go and find a way for them to leave, and he never comes back. We know he died.
Yeah, he's right.
He gets killed.
Well, we see. I think it's in. I don't know if it's in episode 4 or 5 where we see them mow down like 50 people.
Oh yeah,
in a room.
In the room, all the snitches.
Kill them all.
That was episode 4.
We got the information we need.
Was that episode 4? That might have been 5.
That might have been 5. Yeah, 5. But even in 5, they show Joe saw Henry.
Yeah, and Henry saw.
When he looked up.
Yeah, he might. No, I don't think he did see him. I think he
probably. Yeah.
I think he just looked that way because he sensed something. But
Joe,
Henry
Henry
definitely saw Joe.
But me personally, when I saw Joe look at or even looking that direction to Henry, I thought PlayStation.
Yeah, he got the,
because in the game,
red dot on the map.
You got that. Yeah, exactly. You got that sense, that little white dot on the side, like,
yep.
oh shit,
like something's coming. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Yeah. That shit was dope for me.
Yeah. So we get to another perspective of episode 4 from Henry's perspective as he happens to see Joel kill some of these wild
Quentin
rebel
Tarantino, right?
Yeah. Yep. But the only thing is Henry is literally on his last leg. There's no more food. He has to get out of the city. His brother's deaf, and later on we find out he has a disease. You know what I'm saying? So he's not the most mobile person.
Facts.
And he looks at Henry looks at this opportunity to basically work with Joel and make some shit happen.
You want to get out?
Yep.
You help me, I help you.
Yep.
Come on, fam. I could have killed you.
Yep.
We stepped on the glass. I was clever.
Yep.
But you see the red paint on this guy's face? he ain't trying to play around. Like,
but from there, we basically get to see Ellie with a companion, someone around her age. We don't see her with kids throughout the show often.
Facts.
And then Henry and Joel marry each other a lot in the same way.
Facts.
It's
another Joel and Ellie.
Yeah,
it could have been their story, but it just so happened to be Joel and Ellie.
And this is where there's an ongoing theme in this show of what you will do for the person you love.
Doses. Man.
And what you can take when the person you love
Bill,
goes.
Frank and Bill.
Yep, Frank and Bill.
You got Kathleen and her
dead brother.
You know what I'm saying? Even Kathleen and the guy with the gun.
Yep.
I forgot
who plays Tommy. The guy who plays Tommy.
The guy played Tommy.
And then also you got that in Henry and Sam.
Yep.
But this time we don't know where it will lead, because as Bill and Frank, we seen what it led to. It led to a very happy ending, but a sad ending.
We found out what happened.
Yeah, they lived a full life.
They did. They did. But I'm talking about
a little different.
Fucked up, man. Black History Month. How dare you?
One thing I want to note in that episode is when they're going through the tunnels. At first, man, because I'm like, bro, I didn't want to come down. Yeah. I didn't want to come to this pod and be like, is Last of Us really overrated?
What do you mean?
Right? Because
in what sense?
I was getting blue balls every episode from the non-action that was happening. It was
turning to a drama. Every time
they go in a tunnel, I'm like, I need some action.
It was turning to a drama.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But and then they go in the tunnel in episode 5.
Yeah.
And even though Henry says like this is the one tunnel that's not occupied by the infected.
Well, you know why? Because he heard something from somebody.
Yeah, that they cleared
out.
But
they also show the part when Kathleen was like, the guy that played Tommy. They walk into a room and there's like a dent in the ground.
Yeah, yep.
And then like you hear.
And that's episode 4. That's the end of episode 4.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
And
like,
that's some type of zombie shit. You know
that,
what I'm saying?
For sure.
But so yeah,
Crazy.
episode 5 they're going through the tunnel, the subway system, pretty much, I believe, or the sewer system, one of the two. I can't remember for sure.
It was, I think it was
subway.
Yeah,
for that
subway,
one.
Yeah, for sure.
But they come across a room where it was a daycare center, basically.
Yeah, it's where people hid out when everything was going down.
Yep.
Bunker.
Yeah. And they had kids and shit, and we don't know what happened to them, but
I thought it was dope because the kid
that is from
Sam,
the game.
Yeah, the Sam was he was an artist, so I'm pretty sure he was happy about that. But he was deaf, so it's a little different.
And that was from the game because that's one of those times where they're giving you a little notation of someone else's story that you haven't met in the series.
Yeah.
And what was it? What was the? It was like a drawing that they showed that it was an actual character in the game.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
I did not see
bro.
that. That's an Easter egg.
I'm gonna look it up.
That's one of them Easter eggs. But that's like for me, like I feel like that was so dope because, like I said, Sam is an artist. He draws a lot. You know, in the episode, you can see, you know, Henry puts the paint on his face, you know, to make him brave. Like, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, so look, I'm on the Last of Us wiki. Ish is a character who is mentioned in The Last of Us. All that is known about him comes from a series of notes found by Joel, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
But they show
that lore.
Like, I think it's a drawing of a guy in a cop uniform that a kid did, and it was Ish. It says Ish.
Oh yeah, it does say that. That's right. Joel does look at it like like the video game.
Like the video
he really looks at it like, I'm like, oh yeah, it does say that. That's
so
right.
that's dope that they throw in those little Easter eggs. You know what I'm saying? But
I like that.
Yeah. So from
true.
there,
that did happen.
Yep. From there, you know, it's a hunt to get out the city before Kathleen gets to Sam and Henry.
Yeah.
And they're this close. They get this far.
Oh man, it was right there. And they made it actually.
And then they did.
They actually made it to the neighborhood.
In all honesty, this is where it all becomes
all Last
the show
of Us
that I
loose.
wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're very close to an exit, but there's a building ahead of them, and there's a man up there with a sniper who's been warned by Kathleen. If anybody comes over, you clap their ass because that we know who that is.
Even Henry says that there's people here, but there shouldn't be nobody here.
Yep.
It might be, but I don't know.
It shouldn't, and it was a sniper.
That's a shit plan.
Yep. But
what's the best you got?
Joe does the good loop Call of Duty.
Yo, man.
You
guys stay right here.
Yep.
Be right back.
Yep. And he goes up to the top and he gives the sniper a chance. He actually says, "Please, I don't want to kill you."
And for some reason, this man, I don't want to compare. I keep comparing this, but this remind me of the girl from The Mist. Like literally, she's just telling everybody what to do, and everybody just following.
Yeah, following her.
But
then they actually believe in her. That's the thing. But they don't understand how. Then we'll get to it. How bad her revenge is festering into their downfall.
Facts.
It's leading into their downfall.
Yeah, even Henry says it. He said, "So am I a good guy or a bad guy?"
Henry was definitely a bad guy for what he did.
I wouldn't say that.
We got to say why he snitched on Kathleen's brother.
To get this medicine.
To get his little brother, I think, what was it? It was scoliosis or something?
No, leukemia. It was leukemia.
Leukemia.
He had to get the medicine. It was working, but when they ran out, it got short.
Yep.
I got to go find this shit. Y'all,
and he made a deal with Fedra.
Yeah. I'll say later why he did it. And I know why he did it now. So he's not a bad guy. What Kathleen said, but
he did a bad thing.
But let me
tell you why though. Because the brother, they make it very clear the brother that we don't meet, Kathleen's brother, was a good guy and a great leader. That's what they make it. They make it clear because he even told Kathleen, "Do not go after them." Well, I know who turned Sam did it, but don't go after him. He says it.
She even says in that room that they grew up in that he was a better person than me.
Yeah.
See me. I'm not that person.
I'm petty.
When I see smoke, I run after it.
I'm running to the smoke. But he was trying to stop the smoke.
There's one thing that I don't know if you remember, but excuse me, when Joe was walking to the back to flank him, there was a fire across the way.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It was a small fire. It was like a little flash of a fire, and Joe looked at it. I said, "Oh shit."
That's the next stop. Right? It's Tommy. What is Tommy?
I don't know who it is, but I hope they incorporated it in. It was like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, something like that. But yeah, it was like a little small fire on the other side, and he saw it. I said, "Damn."
Familiar, actually, honestly.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
But so. Joe kills the sniper because the sniper was like, "Fuck it, nigga, I'm dying."
Nigga, gonna pull out a sniper? Yeah, it's my pistol.
So Joe takes up the mantle. This is more video game. This is the most video game thing I've seen so far.
Yep.
You got Joe at the top with the sniper trying to cover Sam, Henry, and Ellie as they run. Because what happens?
They showed up.
Yeah, they show up.
Because it was a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Joe walks in, shoots, you hear a walkie-talkie.
And she's like,
"Are you there?" "Yeah, we're on our way." And then
like
they're literally on their way. Literally, like right there. And then, Joe's screaming, "Run."
Yep.
Joe and Ellie and
all hell breaks loose. They get there in time, and Ellie says, they crash. Joe shoots one of the sniper vans and they crash.
He was trying, and
it doesn't happen yet though. They crash, and then Kathleen gets out. They corner Sam,
come outside.
Henry. Yep, and she's like, "Keep in mind, Kathleen has been given multiple signs to let this go."
Hey man,
she's still choosing to not let it go.
She didn't. Right? She did not choose to let it go.
She didn't give a fuck. It was about vengeance for her brother.
Facts,
you know
which is weird.
And what happens from there is basically right when Sam and Henry are dead to rights, it's over.
It's over. Henry jumps up.
Shit.
I'll come out, but leave the kids alone.
But leave the kids alone.
We know we can't do that.
We gotta murk everybody.
It's fate.
Yep.
I was like, whoa.
Yep. Right when he's about, and she also says something that really resonated with me.
Like your
in
brother's
a sense
sick.
Yeah, she was like, he was going to die.
You know what's up.
Now you just prolonged his death. You did all this shit for him to die anyway. You turned on the people you love and all this shit for him to die anyway. We trusted you, and now he's gonna die.
That's why I don't think he's a bad guy, because I don't love you niggas. I'm here just like, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it's the same thing that Ellie did in the second game.
Yep.
I did this for protection because I can't go by myself. I'm sorry. Like anybody, if you join the Fireflies, if you join Fedra, if you join the QZ, you're doing it for protection. You're not doing it because you. Of course you build.
Believe
like,
you might not believe
I'm
in
at
what
work,
they're doing,
bro. Like nigga, I don't know you, nigga. I don't care. You feel me? But that's what it is. But when you betray the king, and the king thinks Queen believes you betrayed her, it's lit.
She coming, It's over. So right when Henry is about to get murked,
the inevitable happens.
The inevitable happens. Yeah, fate happens.
That was such poetry for me.
Yeah.
Now I know what you about to say, but for me, that's one thing I did see. I was like, fate.
Yeah, both stories.
Yeah,
both.
I know you got some.
Yeah, from
some
there,
dope shit to say.
the whole.
Yeah.
How do you even describe this? Like the building that the car is crashed into has.
What are the odds?
Yeah, the odds are that the hole is festered with infected from
yep.
years old, 20 years old. The whole from
Facts.
the beginning of the.
Yep.
And once the truck falls, that shit was cinematic, bro.
Yeah, it really
the way
was.
That was the first time I was
felt
like
like a
they got
movie,
these
like-
infected.
Yeah.
On some like unbeatable shit. Like these niggas are fucking ruthless.
They was taking them down, but it was too many of them.
Way too many, and it just goes to show the primal nature that the infected. They're not thinking. They're just doing.
Yep.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And
But these infected were a little different.
They were older.
They were like people still.
Yeah.
They weren't like the clickers that had the thing on their face.
Some of them were.
Some of them. Yeah. Some of them were like still like.
Yeah. We're
like,
still
you know what I'm saying?
barely
like, still
turning
people,
into
like,
that.
You know what I mean? The ones that test.
Yeah.
Had to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they didn't have really any of the flaws that the clickers did, but they were fast. They were.
There was a clicker though.
Yeah, there was a couple clickers,
and
there was a bloater.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. There was a
A bloater hopped out from the game. One of the main bosses.
I was like, what? But it's funny because the bloater, they would in the game, they would inhale, exhale like the little stuff,
the orbs,
out there, out of their body.
But they don't really have the orbs in this game.
Exactly. But on this one,
that motherfucker was unkillable. No one killed it.
Literally, the Hulk. I'm like, all right, this has to be based on the Hulk because you're picking people up, you're throwing them 500 feet.
Picked up the dude, the right hand man, and ripped his head in half. You know what I'm saying?
But he told Kathleen, just run, don't turn around.
Yep.
And she
turned around and see, yep. But so you
Yeah,
know,
man.
shit is getting real, man.
It's real.
Sam, Henry, and Ellie are all under a truck getting checked. Well, Ellie's actually in a car.
They separated.
Yeah, they separate.
Yeah.
Sam and Henry are fucking done for. Ellie's trying to help save them. You know what I'm saying? But
well, they separated because Henry was like, "Let's go."
Yeah, facts,
remember when
facts.
the sniper was shooting?
Yeah.
And then Henry was like, "We're getting the fuck out of here, Sam. Come on." And they ran. He was like, "What the hell?" Joe was like, "What the hell are you doing?" That actually happened in the game when I think Joe felt it was like a truck, but they both jumped down. But then people like infected and people started coming, and Joe was like, "Come on, jump down. We can take them." And then he was like, "Fuck that! I'm out of here. I'm sorry. I'm leaving." And that happened in the
something like that.
It was
a
different occurrence, but Ellie was in the SUV van truck, whatever.
And then Ellie gets cornered.
I finally see a kid
infected.
A kid infected.
Beastly.
What?
That motherfucker was like Wolverine.
What?
Too.
Like she was like flipping
she was
over
flipping
the shit,
and turning
doing
and
gymnastics. I was like, what?
That was whoever played that role was definitely a
she killed that
gymnast.
shit,
You know what I'm saying?
for
She was
sure.
a gymnast for sure.
What?
But and like the face was all fucking deformed and shit. It didn't even look like a regular face. Like
Facts.
Like it didn't even think. I don't even think it had eyes anymore.
It did. It was a clicker.
Yeah.
Because she was because Ellie was quiet, but how quiet can you be?
Yeah.
Like
facts.
at this point, niggas are shooting everywhere, throwing grenades, Molotovs.
Yep. And then you know, Ellie is basically saved once again by Joel.
Joel was trying to shoot because remember he was like
clicker, yeah.
he was shaking like he was shaking to shoot like he was like bow,
Yeah.
and then the things get jammed.
Yeah.
He trying to fix it, but he definitely got it off once she got out that car.
But he didn't kill it. He just shot it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't. Yeah,
I don't even think he shot it. I just know Ellie got away.
Yeah, no, Ellie got away. Click was still in the car trying to get Ellie,
and Ellie
slammed the door.
Slammed the door. Yeah,
Run over to
help save Sam and
and Henry.
Yep, and then everything's almost cleared. They
everything was clear. Goddamn it, until
they get good. So Kathleen pops back up
for some reason.
You feel me? And
stop.
She had all the chance to run, and she's like, Sam. She's like, yeah, it's inevitable. This is happening to you.
Even Henry was like, bro, it's over.
Yeah,
like, yo, we can move forward. We can go separate ways. It's fine. Nope.
She's like, nah, and then
here comes gymnastics.
Corner,
girl.
the little gymnastics kid quickly fucks her up.
Did a triple double flag flip and
did the Baraka on
man,
her.
I was like,
that was the Baraka.
I didn't
Baraka be like,
the facts for real. Like,
but she turned into souffle.
But she did the clicker did the move based off of like the game where they won't bite you, but they will slap you in the face and then bite
attack
you.
and then bite
I'm like,
you.
oh, that's dope. I like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And
then Joe didn't. He let that motherfucker.
They let her die.
It's lit.
They get away. Joe, Ellie, Henry, and Sam get away damn near scot free.
Scot free, bro.
You know what I'm saying? They post up at a spot like a little hotel or whatever. Everything seems good, but as players of the game, you know what's happening.
Yeah, facts.
But then you just hoping like maybe it's a little.
Maybe it might be different because Bill and Frank.
And they make you really fuck with Sam in this show. Like Sam is a lovable character.
In the game,
he was lovable but kind of annoying.
He was like,
but Henry was too though. Honestly, they both were kind of annoying but lovable. You know
Sam was like a kid. Yeah. Henry was more like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
Quiet down.
Yep.
Too much noise. Like he was trying to be a big brother, but in the game, Sam wasn't deaf. in the TV show, and that's the big thing about it.
Yeah, because it makes Sam, he's more in need. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna feel for him more, so just naturally. It's a story beat. And leukemia. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Ellie and Sam are posted up in the room, and you know, this is when I ain't gonna lie, bro. I almost cried because Sam.
I dropped 2 tears.
Sam was a good ass actor, right?
Yeah, facts. He was killing it.
He basically asked Ellie like, "Is it scary to become a monster?" Or something along those lines. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Ellie's just like, what the fuck? Like, what you mean? And he lifts his leg up, and he's been bit. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the story of the game ties back into the story of the show.
That happened in the game, too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Ellie decides to try to save him with her blood, which I think this is something that any kid would do.
Facts.
Which it shows that she's a child, but
and she wants to help.
Yeah, it was also dumb as fuck though, because she was infected as well. She just was immune.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to showing signs and symptoms of the virus. But she had it in her bloodstream. I'm assuming. Like, so basically, putting your blood in his blood is probably not helping. Probably making it worse for him.
See, for me, I thought that Ellie knew he was gonna turn.
Yeah.
And she was trying to make him brave, just like her brother did. Just like his brother did.
Oh yeah, possibly too.
You know what I'm saying?
And she was just maybe hoping.
It's like, yo, it's good. Like, don't worry about it. I'm immune. You're good. But they wrote on the little page.
Yep. And then Ellie says, well, Sam says, "Can you stay up with me?"
Yeah.
Because like, don't fall. I don't want to fall asleep. I'm scared.
He was like, are you scared? He's like, I'm always scared all the time. Like, well, it doesn't look like it. You know what I mean? And that shit was dope.
And then the fucked up thing is Ellie does fall asleep. And when she wakes up, Sam is sitting in the room on the edge of the bed, and she walks up thinking he good, and nah, he's a zombie. He's a full force.
Facts. He's a bloater.
And he attacks Ellie, and they fall out the room.
Yeah,
where Sam and Joel are completely unaware of what's going on.
They don't know what's going on. Yep.
And somewhere along the line, Joel's gun falls out of his hand.
Yep. No. Joel's gun was on the ground.
Yeah, he
was gonna pick it up and shoot it. But
Sam picks up the gun.
Henry shoots
Sam.
That's my brother.
Yep, kill Sam.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, all right.
And Henry does it.
Sense.
He doesn't care. Like, he shoots Sam. And instantly regrets it. You know he instantly regrets it.
He does, for sure.
And he makes a quick decision to end his life, just as in the game.
See, if you're watching the show, there's no way you think that he's gonna kill himself. Because there's no indication.
Yeah,
all you know is that he was just shook. Because like he even said himself, I've never been violent. I captured you with no bullets in my gun.
Real facts.
So you're thinking like he's not gonna do anything, whatever. But
and then
that's a hell of a way to pop your cherry on some bullshit.
And then, bro, the scene, we're gonna have to throw that in, where the shooting happens and Ellie actually screams. To me, that was the end of her innocence as a child in this world, or her fuel to what we know may happen in the future.
I don't want to disagree, but for me, her innocence was gone when she shot the dude in the back from episode 4,
or when she stabbed the
she killed those clickers.
Yeah,
she was like, I'm the infected. Yeah, she walked up. I was like, oh, that's the game. Oh, that's Ellie. All right there, yeah, for sure.
So it ends on that low note. You know what I'm saying?
Henry killed himself, man.
Yeah, and he always kept like an etch and sketch or something like he had a notepad.
Yeah, it was a notepad that you can. It's an etch and sketch pretty much. Yeah.
And Ellie left a note. They bury them. You know what I'm saying? Ellie leaves a note saying, "This is my fault. I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? And that's just fucked up because it's like, damn.
Man, when Henry killed himself, I did drop 2 tears.
Bruh.
I've been watching the episode since episode 1. I've never felt like this. When Joel's daughter died, didn't bat an eye. I didn't even care because I whatever.
They did a little extra work on Henry and Sam this time. They did a little extra work, And this is the thing, because we know this happens in a game for it to hit.
Even the Bill and Frank thing could have been sad, depending on who you are.
Yeah, depending on who you are. But this, I don't think this Henry, because Sam, bro. Sam was the kid who played Sam, legendary, bro.
Yeah, he was killing
the role.
He was definitely killing that.
But that is the end of the episode. But before we wrap up and stuff, I do want to point out the theme of the show so far. What you will do for a loved one, and how good is that versus how bad is that? Are you willing to sacrifice the world to save a soul?
That's my point.
Because shit, Kathleen was willing to sacrifice her whole village for the vengeance of her dead brother, right? Henry willing to sacrifice his own life once he realized that his brother can't live. He was willing to sacrifice others. You know what I'm saying? Prior to that,
like he had nothing to live for.
Nothing to live for. That's a mirror image of a theme that I believe we're going to come across through the rest of the series. It happened with Bill and Frank. Yeah. Bill had nothing to live for once Frank is out of here. He's like, I've lived my full life. Sam has nothing, and there may be a character or two who may feel the same that we haven't seen yet.
For me, the theme would be I wouldn't say I feel like it's wolves and sheep in sheep's clothing. Joel and Ellie, they're sheep, but they're really wolves though.
Yeah.
Now they want to get along to get along. Mm-hmm. All right, hey, look, man,
they'll turn that wolf on real quick.
I'll turn my cheek, but I ain't like Kathleen. I'm not like Fedra. I'm not. I just want to move forward. Yeah. That's all I want to do.
Yep.
But if you fuck with them, though,
it's over.
You get the wolf, man.
It's over.
But I could be cordial. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel it is. Like cordial and to the point where you can't be anymore. Mm-hmm. People are pushing to the limit. Even Joey, like you said, please don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like
fact.
Even just like the people that in episode 4 where they were trying to stop Ellie and Joel. Mm-hmm. They were. I wouldn't say they were wolves, but they were definitely dogs in sheep clothing, and they were trying to get what they could. You know what I mean? And they got murked, and as soon as they got murked, that's when all that sheep came out. Like, come on, man, my mom. But it's the same thing. But I mean, it's like, yo, you try to kill me, bro. Like, stop it. But I think the theme is just like, for me, I feel like everybody has their own perspective. It's just like real life.
Yeah.
I think I said this earlier. Like when you see a person that isn't as able body as you, and you see them struggling to do something, some people would accept the offer of your help, like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that, you're a good person, thank you, whatever. And some people be like, no, back up, like I got it, you know what I mean? And you gotta let people do what they do. Now we all live for whatever we live for, but hey man, we all got our own prerogatives, man. Facts. And that's the crazy thing
it's
about it.
It's all about living for a lot of these characters surviving.
But I wouldn't kill myself if I was him.
Henry, I ain't gonna lie, I understood. That's the whole point. I wouldn't done it either, but I just understood from his perspective. No, that's what he was living for. He done sacrificed, turned on people, all types of shit.
But that's my point. Like that's why I would like to ask you, if you're all right, you're not Bill and Frank, all right? I'm just saying. But like, if you're Bill, like, are you gonna literally kill yourself because? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't.
Well, let me tell you why I know why Bill did that. Because we're not Bill, number one. But,
facts.
Bill literally didn't believe in humanity before then. He hated. True. If not, he was glad. He said, I was glad that this happened.
Yeah, even Frank was like, you're a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. You think 9/11 was an inside job? He was like, it was a fucking inside job. I was like, that's hilarious. No, sure.
But Bill definitely was a nihilistic man, bro. And Frank changed his point of view. Now, the difference in Frank and Bill's life versus Henry and Sam is that they had a happy ending. They were barely attacked, you know what I'm saying, through their whole 20 years of living. That's much more than anybody else on the show could ask for, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
They died together. They died at their own validity. They died their own way. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Versus Henry and Sam is a much more brutal and violent and sad and sudden way to go. But they both still went the same way.
If I had to be a Rotten Tomatoes
what would you rate?
That's when the Bill and Frank, the Sam and Henry, the Kathleen, that's where I would say critically over-exaggerated. A lot of people would not kill themselves because of their lover. A lot of people won't kill themselves because of their brother. And I love my brother.
Nah,
I love my brother. I'm murking him though.
But a lot of people would kill themselves though.
I wouldn't.
A lot of people. But you got to think this is literally.
If I'm Kathleen, vengeance. Now that's something I probably would.
Yeah,
do.
For sure.
That's something I would definitely do. But
everyone would honestly. But
Kathleen's more believable. But it's over exaggerated because I wouldn't. If my brother told me,
I'm not gonna burn down the whole village. Yeah,
exactly. Thank you.
But there's people that will.
People in a goddamn.
The thing is, I probably would.
I see.
I'm gonna go to the wheels fall off.
That makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then with the Henry and Sam thing, to give it some nuance, you gotta say that's literally Henry's last piece of humanity. Sam, his little brother. And this is an 8-year-old kid. Seeing an 8-year-old kid die might make anybody just snap in that moment. Let alone your brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now that's why if I was a critic, I would say over exaggerated. I would write that for those scenes. even the tests,
R.I.P. Tess, man.
Even the tests, like, I'm gonna stay out, I'm gonna stay here, and you guys go. Like nobody, no. But
if you're infected, what else can you do? But then again, you gotta think they've lived for this for 20 years.
But I'm not saying. I'm saying if I was those Rotten Tomato IMDb critics, that'd be like, I would say that. That's the only thing that's a little exaggerated. But it's an adaptation.
So from episode 1. This is how we got to end it, because this is all about the evolution of Jill's opinion.
No, it is changing. And
from 1 to 5, what do you give it now?
I still think
you could still have your things.
Me
but
personally,
I'm just wondering, has your opinion grown a little fonder on you?
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna cap the Bill and Frank episode and the Sam and Henry episode. Legendary. It is different. Yeah. But I played the game before.
No, facts.
So I am kind of biased.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, it hasn't changed. The score hasn't changed.
Episode 5, what do you give it alone?
I'll bump it up. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Okay. But I really want to give it like a 6.3.
Yeah, no.
Because I do. It's a game. It's an adaptation. It's not its own thing. I get that. It's like I understand. Yep. It's like music that's been remade. I ain't
gonna lie, for me, I'm giving episode 5 a 9, bro.
A 9 out of 10?
9 for sure.
Oh, you mean like individually episodes? Like,
yeah, episode 5. Episode 5.
I'm talking about like the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing? I'm giving it an 8. The reason why is because there were points so far, and I hate to say it, but like there were points, as a person who's been caping for the show for like 4 years now, before it even came out.
Facts.
Like there were points where I'm like, there's a lot of walking and looking going on, and not things happening. You see what I'm saying?
No, facts.
But overall, they episode 5, they did the fucking thing, man.
I episode to episode, I'm giving every episode out of 10. I'm giving it a 5.5.
Every one solo?
Yeah, all of them.
So episode 3, a 5.5.
All 5.5.
So episode 5, a 5.5.
Only except for 3. Except for 3, I'll give that a 6.3. But if I want to be nice, I'll give it a 7. Yeah. But if I had to be honest, it's because it is strayed away from the game.
Straight away from the game, yeah.
Unless you're like me and you read every note, it's straight away from the game.
It did its own thing.
The only reason why I will bump the score because there are certain things, like I said, when Joel he looked in that direction of Henry when he was looking at him kill everybody, or even when Joel saw the campfire from across the way. Yep. Those are like video game type things. Even to the point where Joel was killing those people, and they never showed. Usually they would show the other person like, "Come on, get on." They didn't even show their. It's like you're playing the game at that point. You hid behind. I'm like, okay, I like that.
Nah, that's dope. That is dope.
Me personally, I'm like, if the only reason I'm giving it a 5 because I played the game. Yeah. If I never played the game and it's the first time me watching this TV show and never hearing about The Last of Us, I'm definitely giving every episode a 7.
Yeah.
Because this is something I've never seen before. But I played the game.
You played the game.
It's something I've seen before.
Which is why I love the litmus test of having people watch it that have not seen it before.
You might get a different opinion for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I heard people, I ain't gonna people at my job. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. It's the best.
Facts.
I'm like, bro, you don't play PlayStation.
Yep.
I get why you say that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, I gotta keep watching. Not because we're doing this pod. I really do enjoy it though.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable show for sure.
I do it.
But it's definitely gonna get criticism from the gamer fans. It's just how it's gonna go.
Come on, man. I'm a gatekeeper. I'm sorry.
And even for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a gatekeeper, man.
And also lasting damn
you're definitely, for you, I'm surprised because you die hard, man.
Yeah, for sure.
For real,
I got the shit on my arm.
On your arm, yo. I'm like, yo, it's crazy for me, but I think you're different though. You're like a movie cinematic buff, TV show buff, where you understand I think you told me, the truck falling into like the wound.
Oh yeah. The wound. It's the festering wound of Kathleen, man. Like, that was Kathleen's vengeance. That truck falling into that pit and all the zombies coming out symbolizes what she did to the rest of her people.
And when you said that,
staying with vengeance.
When you said that, it made me think different about every episode now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's little things that symbolize things.
Things like, even when Ellie was like, they're not infected. The bones.
Yeah.
They died. They weren't infected.
Yeah,
they were just regular.
They just got murked.
Even Ellie was like, "Did you kill innocent people?"
He's like,
"Yes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Joe for being straight savage. But
it's
the Last of Us podcast, man. This is episode 3, 4, and 5 review. We didn't know that, man. We could have just skipped to 5.
I don't care.
No, we gave you everything.
No, we could have skipped 3. I don't care. We could have skipped 4 though. For sure.
We could have skipped both.
Yeah,
but we chose to give it
3 and 5. 3, 5.
3 and 5 is my 2 favorites so far. They goated.
They're favorite. They're Cause it's heartstring. They're
Yeah,
pulling.
they're pulling
They
it-
know
they
what
doing-
they're
they doing it on purpose, for
They're
sure.
doing it. I dropped 2 tears.
Facts. But it's your boy, man.
Yeah.
Caviar Gold, aka Keep the Peacemaker. And I'm here with
It's your boy Jack Gills, aka the best director in California. Quentin Tarantino, holla at me.
Quentin Sparantino ho.
Oh.
But all right, man. Kind of
Geeked up,
storage,
baby.
geeked
You
up
know what it is.
podcast. We out this bitch, man.
Quentin Sparantino. Spare what? Sparrow is crazy. Quentin.